What is up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the next episode of the Three Peaks Fitness Podcast. I'm Coach Mark.
I'm Coach Lynette.
Today we are on strategy number 6 out of 7 for the strategies to thrive at a desk job. Today we're talking about screen time. Right?
Time.
Something that's unavoidable. Obviously, if you live in the year 2023, it's not something that you can just say, I'm not going to do
we can't live off the grid?
No, even people who are off the grid still somehow have a TikTok account.
Are you kidding me?
And they make videos about how they live off the grid.
Are you kidding me?
No, serious. Yeah, you haven't seen any of those videos?
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, people who live off the grid and then they record videos about them living off the grid. So there you go.
That's great.
So if it's unavoidable screen time, right? Or actually, before we get into that, what might some of the negative effects be to too much screen time?
There's the obvious, the eye strain, then the attention span.
Yeah.
Right. There's the depression, the anxiety from just the brain not being able to be creative outside of a screen. Like there's a ton of studies on the effects of screen time. It's kind of scary. I don't want to depress anybody.
And the big one too is the messing up of the circadian rhythm.
Yes, it messes up the circadian rhythm, especially when you use it later and later at night. Yeah. So that blue light, we've heard about blue light. Blue light is fine in the morning, actually. Blue light's good in the morning. You want it to stimulate the cortisone. Cortisone is not bad. Cortisone is good in the morning. But then as we get within the 3 hours of bedtime, that's when these modern artificial lights and screens start causing problems.
Yeah, you're supposed to be releasing melatonin. Your body's getting ready to wind down. But then looking at this blue light and releasing cortisol, it's just conflicting hormones happening at bedtime, which is why screen time is not the best thing before bed. But
so if you have a job that requires screens, we're going to give you some tips for how to make it work and not mess up your sleep and your brain chemicals as much as possible. As
much as realistically possible, First one, easiest one, is the blue light blockers. They have glasses. I don't know. Do they have contacts that block blue light yet?
I'll bet you they do. I'm not familiar with it, but I'll bet you if you Google it,
I'm sure
it's out there somewhere.
A lot of computers have settings that will turn off the blue light. On phones as well. So that's something that can be helpful, although it's still... Looking at artificial light is still not, but if you're going from just looking at the blue light to not looking at the blue light, that's a step in the right direction.
But here's how it is helpful, even if it's not technically, it's still technically blocking the melatonin in your brain. However, if the screen is changing from color to black and white at a certain time, I have my phone set to do that.
Oh, that's right, you have that,
It really takes the fun out of using the phone. And so, yes, it still does block melatonin, but oh my gosh, black and white Facebook, no fun.
That's a great
Black and white Instagram, not so fun.
Is it a setting on your phone or is it an app you use?
It came with the phone.
Oh, nice.
I think every phone has it. It's called digital well-being or something. You go on there and say, okay, at bedtime, go to grayscale or go to black and white.
Oh, nice.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
At that point, like you're sending out that last essential text or email, and then you're just like, I'm done.
And hopefully you're not. We'll talk about that in the next one. So hopefully you're not doing work-related stuff too close to bed
we
in
will
a perfect world.
We will talk about that in the next one.
But,
okay. So at work, I'm sorry. What were you going to say, Mark?
I was just going to transition to the big one of being 2 feet away from a screen at all times. What does that do?
Okay, this is. It's messing up your eyes and your brain chemicals and your mental well-being, right? It really does. The depression and anxiety go way up when we're staring at a screen all day because it's just kind of numbing to the brain. So one of the best things to do, if you have gotten yourself into a habit of doing a lunchtime walk, then this is perfect. Step outside and look at something that's 150 feet away, ideally a tree. Something in nature, but do what you can.
Anything.
Do what you can, right? We realize that everyone lives in different settings, but do what you can. But if you can just get your eyes to focus on something that's about 150 feet away, like across the street from you, this is really going to help you wake areas of the brain that have been going like kind of dull
Mm-hmm.
and kind of sleepy. And it's a way of just awakening but relaxing the brain at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very helpful. Here's another trick. There is the sun. Okay, we all know that morning light, I hope you know this, morning light helps wake you up and starts your circadian clock. But a lot of people don't realize that the sunset helps protect you from the effects of screen time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can step outside in the 2 hours that the sun is dipping, you don't have to actually look at the sunset. Just be outside at twilight.
No, stare
Or
right
just
at it. Stare directly at the sun.
Just, be out there. I mean, if you can walk, great. If you just need to be on your deck, that's fine too. Just get outside. Window doesn't count. The window is going to make it 50 times less effective.
Mm.
So you need to actually step outside, expose your eyes to that evening light, and that is going to protect you from some of that, the effects of that screen time. It's going to actually kind of heal the brain from that.
Nice.
It's amazing how the
Yeah.
sun has that baked in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's going to help you release melatonin, dim the lights in your house, and then the sunset will help you heal the brain from all that screen time that you had to do during the day.
Nice.
Then when you get off your work, try to find things to do that don't involve a screen in the evening.
Yeah.
I know that's super hard.
That is tough.
And you're not going to do 100% of the time, but see if you can think of some things. I had one client that I said, all right, see if you can eat dinner without a screen. This is one of the biggest things, if you can get yourself to eat without a screen. But this is really hard for some people. So if you cannot imagine yourself eating dinner without a screen, then tell yourself, can I do 5 minutes? I'll eat for 5 minutes at the dinner table without a screen, and then I've got full permission to plop in front of the TV with my dinner. Like, give yourself something, even if
Yeah.
it's 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and then gradually lengthen that time. So meet yourself where you're at and see how you can grow and develop your endurance. The brain is just so used to being lazy and being stimulated
Yeah.
that to eat without it, especially if you've got ADHD, that might be a frightening thought to be sitting without a screen
Yeah.
in order to eat. But give yourself, decide how much time you can tolerate and start with that.
Yeah.
But that really pays off.
Yeah. Topic for another podcast, but the screen addiction, because it is an addiction, addicted
yeah.
to screens, that is a fascinating topic. Really
Yeah.
good book, Dopamine Nation. Did you ever read
Yes.
that? Did you ever
I
or listen to
did.
that?
I
Where
did.
she has a whole chapter on that.
It's this constant release of dopamine.
Yeah. So
when you're on a screen.
When you're looking at a screen,
Yeah.
it's constantly. So yeah, of course, initially, if you're trying to limit your screen time, you are in a sense like a drug addict going through withdrawal, which is why it
You're gonna
seems
get-
so like
Yeah.
I need to look. Like where's the screen? Where's some sort of stimulation?
You're going to get
So-
bored and anxious
Yep.
at first, and just be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to ride it out. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, so screen time. Hopefully this was helpful, guys.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you next time.
All right. Bye.